So now I'm going to show you Coltsfoot. So I don't have the whole plant, but I just have the leaves. It's Coltsfoot. And the way you preserve it is you roll it up into a ball. Get into a little ball. And then you're going to put it in the sun and dry it. So, you like my new basket? I haven't finished making it yet. Anyway, so put our little balls in there. Now it says to take, I'll get the book and show you what it says. Book goes here. Let's see. In the Wild Palette on page 13, it says, Coltsfoot ash is a fine substitute for salt. Make it from fairly mature green leaves in midsummer. So today's July the 5th. Hope nobody got COVID yesterday. And roll the leaves into balls in the palm of your hand using a little water if necessary. Then place the balled leaves in the sun, preferably on a hot rock, and allow them to dry thoroughly. When they are dry, place the balls in a dry skillet over very high heat. Crush the large chunks that form and store them in a glass container. Use the ash as a salt substitute in any recipe, in about the same amounts as you use salt, or a little less according to taste. Okay, so those of you that have to go salt-free, so we'll roll them up into a ball. Is there a way to roll them up? Like, should we start from the edges and roll it in? Okay. Using a little water if necessary. They don't stay in balls. This other one completely came apart. Maybe I'll just have to fold it up and then roll it up. I've not done this before, so we are learning together. Willem thought these were mallow, and so he harvested them. There's a lot of activity out here in the trees. Interesting. So when you dry it, when you burn it, the ash is like salt. Why would we need water? Would the water help it to sort of stick together into a ball? So, isn't life grand? Once upon a time, I had everything all set up for making videos, and I just can't seem to get it together to get it again. I have to really focus on it. I used to have a zooming camera, and I had a tripod, and I would put it here or there and film whatever I was doing, right? It was awesome. But those days are gone because the telephone is the wrong shape for my tripod. I wonder if I could get a tripod I used to have an attachment. Hey, yeah, I do have an attachment for the tripod. Remember that thing I had that would follow me around the room? Forget what it was. My grandson has one of those. Follows him around the room. I'd like to do something like that. Then I could... this is the time I should have been making lots of videos because everybody was home for all this time, but I just couldn't get it together to get a camera working properly. All these phones, the batteries die. Phones were not made for people like me that go out in a freezing... the batteries are not meant for that. They're meant to be kept in your nice warm car, in your nice cozy little life in Babylon. The Babylon closing down was really interesting, wasn't it? But now, these youth, it's like interesting. It's like the Lord is saying, hello, hello, wake up, I'm here. Hello, hello, material stuff's not as important as you think it is. Everything you're working so hard for, it's all vanity, and hello, here I am. And probably some people listened and smartened up, but then there's this other group, which are supposedly the people who love God and are religious, who are saying, oh, hoax. It's a pretty big hoax, like if you watch news from other countries, you can say that the fake media is the U.S. fake media, but that does not extend to every country in the world. Like BBC doesn't buy into fake media crap, so you get the truth from BBC and all these, Japan and India and Australia and all these countries, they have their news, like just watch it. And you see it's not a hoax at all. Anyway, but believe what you want, as you will. But I think that the Lord, do you hear there's a second pandemic? What does it say? Born, whatever that is. So you're in Brazil. Yes, you know it's true, right? You know it's real. It's not just a silly political. Goodness, who ever called things political like this before? Anyway, can't think about that. It's just too awful. So I think this pandemic, right? Like, hello, wake up. God is here. Pay attention. Smarten your lives up. This is not just all fun and games. This is it. Anyway, so this is the test. Now there's a second pandemic coming on the heels of this one. And to me, it's like not enough people listened the first time. So God's got us, hello, wake up. Life is not like go back to normal. There's more to it than this earth. But anyway, so we should use this pandemic as a time to get close to the person that you talk to in your head, right? That's God. That's who you talk to. It's your friend. He's always there. You can always talk to him, right? He listens. You can believe or not that he listens, but he does. It's true. He actually does listen, and he's in your head, and he's always there. You can always talk to him. Anyway, so here's Coltsfoot. Sorry, I got a little distracted. So we are roll the leaves into balls in the palms of your hand. Oh, in the palms of your hands. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's totally different. Look at that. Okay, we got to start over. In the palms of your hands. Wow, now that's different. Okay, ignore what I said the first time. You don't fold them up. You're squishing them up into your hand. Salt substitute. The very big fat leaf, eh? Now you have to open it back up to do it. Making salt. So I've been a whole lot of stuff lately. I've been basket making, and I've been thatching. I've been using the sedge that grows in the woods, in the wetland, under the alders. I guess you do this to get hair out so that you can dry it. See, the back is white. Anyway, so I've been harvesting sedge grass, and or left. And so I guess some people who thought that the pandemic was a silly, see, they follow a leader who makes things up, makes everything up, everything. You go to other countries and check what he's saying, and you find he's not telling you the truth. But so many people believe him. He just makes it up. Everything he thinks. Just makes it up. He's living in a dream world. Today, it is a terrible stormy day. And we have lots of evidence of it. Everybody's saying it's a stormy day. And the fact that you look up and see blue sky, that is a fake media. It's a hoax. It is really a cloudy day. And I'll get a weather report and show you, and if it doesn't say clouds, I'll get out a marker and fix for you so it shows clouds. How can people follow somebody like that? Stand for truth, righteousness. Not everything is about the economy. Not everything is about that. Some things are more important, like truth and righteousness. All these leaves get to roll up. I'm going to try it from the beginning like this. Haven't finished making my basket. Got one more strip to do in the bottom and a few more here. I was working on it yesterday. I'm having so much fun gardening. I keep making more gardens everywhere. Remember Sedge Meadow Teepee? I can't film down there because there's no battery. But I made it into gardens down there. So there's like all these lovely things growing down there now. And I'm thatching the top. Good morning, disorganized life. I can relate to disorganized life. So I'm making Coltsfoot ash. So Coltsfoot are these big things like this. And then I'll read it to you again. You say, Coltsfoot ash is a fine substitute for salt. That's right. Lots of people are salt-free, right? Make it from fairly mature green leaves in midsummer. Roll the leaves into balls in the palms of your hands, using a little water if necessary. Then place the balled leaves in the sun, preferably on a hot rock, and allow them to dry thoroughly. When they are dry, place the balls in a dry skillet over very high heat. Crush the large chunks that form and store them in a glass container. I use the ash as a salt substitute in any recipe in about the same amounts as you would use salt, or a little less according to taste. So you can see you're going to need a lot of this for a year's supply of salt, right? Until you get the next batch next summer. I have this amazing island, and this garden, it's a wetland, right? So we have this road that connects the ponds, and it created an island. These are crumpling. So you just need the leaves, not the stems. No, isn't that interesting? Anyway, Willem was harvesting stuff and he thought it was mallow. So he harvested all these leaves, and they do look like mallow. Mallow's leaves are rounder. But this looks a little bit like burdock when you see it. But the leaves are a bit different, eh? Okay, so now we don't have a hot rock. Our deck's like a hot rock, but we're going to put him in this passive solar dehydrator that Willem made. He's brought it to the deck, which is awesome. Awesome sauce. Okay, there we go. So now, take him over here. First we have to try and stand up straight. Just pass the solar dehydrator. So just pull that in there. And just let them dry there. All right, there you go. So that was Coltsfoot. Tell me if you try it. Tell me in the comments down below.